the Duplex by Zpack. This is a spruce green, which is like a little bit thicker Dyneema. Could be seen on this cubic fiber material. So it's a little bit thicker than like their lightest weight one. So this one weighs 21.5 ounces. The pros to this tent are it's really light. So I like that this tent's really light and it's really easy to set up. You basically stake out the 4 corners and then you pinch up with your trekking poles. The interior of the tent. Plus it has this little closure for not being noisy. If you're camping around a bunch of people, zippers tend to be a little bit noisy. Things I don't like about this tent, I'm just going to line this up. It has adequate vestibule space. As you can see, my son's backpack's in here, kind of slammed in here. We use a Tyvek ground sheet because these tents are expensive and try and keep them. I don't like that this zipper, when you unzip this, it actually drops onto the ground. I'd rather have like a D shaped door where it unzips all the way around and it still keeps the door up off the ground. And you can kind of see this is getting some wear from my son, who's not the best at taking care of his stuff, but whatever. And then I don't like too that if you're camped on a slope, and you can kind of see this a little bit, this is a little bit slopey. If there's any slack whatsoever, this can come out, then everything can drain down here, catch, and go in. And that's actually got him wet on a couple of nights where he just hasn't been paying attention, just sliding around. I've had the same problem both with this tent and with the StratoSpire LI from Tarptent, and that is along these seams, or this weave right along here, there was just a defect in the material, and so I had just these pinprick holes, which were big enough that during a rainstorm, stuff would just seep in and get wet, and there would be dripping inside. Zpack I've contacted, and they're going to warranty the tent, so I just have to ship this one back, and we'll get this shipped back to them, and then we're good to go. But lighter than that tent, essentially the same. It's like 48 inches high on the inside, 45 inches wide, I think 84 inches long. So big enough for 2 people, not super roomy, decent enough vestibule space for throwing a pack on the outside. And this one actually does have a freestanding kit that, to take a pole, kind of cross it here and then cross it on the other side. You can see on the website. It's $125. Not a bad option. Freestanding, super nice. That's one thing we miss about our tents, these 2 tents, versus like we had a Big Agnes copper spur tent that we really liked, but these are just super light. All right. Okay, this is the StratoSpire 2 or StratoSpire Li from Tarptent. The 2 is just a still nylon version, but this is the Dyneema version of the StratoSpire. It's a great tent. Really liked a lot of things about it. It seems to be a little bit more solid when it comes to the wind. I think maybe because the wind doesn't really have much to buff it before it's past the tent. So yeah, we've had pretty good luck with this in wind. Downsides to the tent are the zippers. The zippers had both interior mesh zippers fail and the exterior zipper fail. And it's not like a bad fail. Come here and zoom in on this. you can just see as you zip up, it doesn't catch. So this is, yeah, see, it pulls apart. And even as you try and put it together as nicely as possible, and we're pretty gentle, you can still see you almost have to try and baby this thing to get the zippers to stay together. The other problem that we've had with this tent, and we had the same thing with our duplex, is right along this kind of weave, you've got some pinprick like type holes that are right along the weave. And I've contacted them. I'm waiting for a response to see if they'll warranty it. All I did was actually put some seam seal on it, and I kind of kept an eye out for other ones, and I've seam sealed in a couple places, and it seems to be taking care of it. But you know, if you're going to drop like $700 on a tent, it should have better zippers. This one, this is taller on the inside. However, the inside mesh is completely, like, you could take this whole top off and just have the inside mesh. I don't like the bathtub. It doesn't come up as high as the duplex does. The duplex more or less like comes up several inches, but you can kind of see if there's like a driving rain, it's higher here, but as you go in, like on this side, you can see where it drops low. This is a little vent, so you can let air go through. So it really doesn't block out a lot of rain. Of course, there's two options. There's one with this lower side, and there's one that's more solid. It's got really big vestibules. So we had our dog with us for about 2,000 miles of the trail, and he slept under the vestibule with my wife's backpack, and there's plenty of room for him in the backpack and other miscellaneous garbage that we had underneath there. And he's not a huge dog, but he's not a small dog either. He's a little healer also. So that's this tent. Now, if I were to compare the two, the duplex and the tarp tent, I do like the tarp tent better. If they don't warranty this, I'll still just repair the zippers, and I'll probably actually put on a piece of fabric and have it fold over and have a closure similar to what you've got on the duplex, just because I like that one better, and I hate messing with these zippers. But everything else on this tent, big vestibules, light, it comes with tent stakes, where the duplex you buy those extras, so they almost come out to be about the same. The ones that it came with, though, they broke. They were just like a hollow aluminum, so I just picked up some solid titanium. They're a little bit heavier, but these ones I can really torque on, and they don't break, which I could care less if they bend, but it was when they broke that it kind of, I was lucky to have a couple extra tents. But you can kind of see, I'll walk over here, I'll pull this tent stake. Oh, that one's nice. But yeah, see all these, they just twist and get beat up. So those solid titanium ones have been pretty bomber proof, whereas these get bent. So anyhow, both tents are pretty good. Pretty happy with both of them. They both have their flaws, but overall, we've got some good use out of them.